welcome to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from mystical Mount Shasta, California. Mystic Radio is brought to you by Freedom with Joy. If it's Friday or Sunday, it's Mystic Radio. Robin and I welcome our listeners from all over the world to call the show today. It's your calls and questions that make our live call-in show so intriguing. So if you have a metaphysical question for Robin or a life question for me, the toll-free number is 888-298-5569, and locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Call us now. And we want to welcome all the listeners who've just come over from Manson Mitchell program. We hope you will enjoy us here on Mystic Radio. Once again, those phone numbers for a metaphysical question for Robin or a life question for me, the toll-free number is 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. 5527. Good morning, Robin.
Good afternoon, Bob. This is Robin Alexis. Welcome to our new time on Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Mystic Radio has been on Alternative Talk KKNW for 15 years, and we've always had the intention to assist people to know, trust, and act upon their own intuition. And now we're offering a new version of Mystic Radio. You can call in free and ask me or Bob a question. As you loyal listeners of Mystic Radio know, Mystic Radio is an experience, not an explanation. It depends on who calls in and what they ask. You can request a healing when you call in. You can ask me about your past lives or any question that you would ask any psychic. You can also visit my website, robinalexis.com, and you can read about my skill set there and really think ahead about when you call in, what is your finely tuned question going to be? Now, what can you ask Bob? He's had an incredible business career running radio stations on the West Coast. He had many, many relationships before he and I got together, and he and I have lived together for over 23 years. Bob?
Women, do you want to know how guys think and how to get along better with us? Men, do you want to know how to get along better with the women in your life and how to have a good relationship? Got a question? We're sharing our wisdom. We are here and ready to take your calls. The phone numbers to give us a call today to talk to Robin or myself. Toll free 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Now, when you call in or if you're on hold, you have one question to ask Robin, so make it a good one. And are you ready for your healing experience? Call us now, toll-free 888-298-5569, and in Seattle area, 425-373-5527. Well, we have a great show for you coming up with our courageous callers. Now, callers, please take your phone off speaker and turn off your radio or computer before you get on the call with Robin or me. And I'm going to play the gong to clear the energy for the show today, and then we'll get to your calls. Robin, how many gongs would you like today?
I think 5.
Clearing, 5 clearing calls on the gong here in Mystic Radio Central. And now we're going to get to a new client of ours who called the other day, and we're glad she's calling the show. Jean Marie from Salt Lake City is our caller, and we will talk to you now. Jean, you're welcome to Mystic Radio. You're on with Bob and Robin.
Hi, thank you so much.
How can we serve you?
I have been healing probably the last 4 or 5 years from a betrayal that really did a number on me. And during my healing process, I've realized it actually goes clear back to at least my childhood. It's just not my spouse that was the one that kind of triggered it. Anyway, I just feel like I've not been able to, I feel disconnected from myself and my light and
okay. I think I'm getting the gist of this, and it is pretty complex. There's a lot of, I would say, entanglement energy running through your aura. It kind of reminds me of, like a knot of hair that you'd pull out of a drain. So you definitely have a lot going on. So let's see if I can talk to all of that frequency as a collective consciousness and move it out of your field. And I'm hearing, yes, do. So evidently you have some sort of karmic pattern in here of having multiple incarnations where the first betrayal would have been to yourself, meaning to your own intuition or your own knowing. And so when we have one or more repetitive incidences or lifetimes that end up creating a karmic pattern that get expressed through a whole host of different experiences, it can become very entangled and a bit more complex to remove. But under these circumstances, because we're seeing the original cause of the problem was not honoring your own intuition, let's take a deeper look at that, and then maybe the whole package that we're witnessing in here can be removed. So let's see if we can go to age of cause, and I'm hearing different lifetime is it, and I'm seeing you as a little boy. Your foot is up on a corral, and you're watching these men who are, what do they call them, bucking bronchos, when they're on the back and they're riding them and they get knocked off the horse. I can't remember because of rodeo. Okay, so it was some sort of a rodeo experience of training, so it wasn't actually the rodeo. But you were very different than the other children or young men, or even the men who thought that they knew it all about training a horse. You were born in that lifetime with a very keen ability to communicate with horses and perhaps some other things as well. So if you were watching a horse that wasn't behaving well with the man that was on it, you would begin to telepathically communicate to the horse, and the horse would respond to you because it felt that mutual respect. And so the horse, in responding to you, you would end up getting yelled at and saying you were the problem, and then you would be ostracized from being able to be around that activity and the fun. And that seems like that's when this began, is that you had this lifetime where you were born with a gift that was dismissed instead of honored. And so when that happens, we tend to learn not to trust ourselves, because we are taught that trusting ourselves is practically evil, right? And at the very least, you're going to get ostracized. So that's a whole lot of energy to deal with. Now, as I'm saying that to you, I'm seeing your energy start to soften just a little bit. What are you feeling when I say this to you?
I do feel like I'm softening. That's a good description.
Beautiful. Okay, so for anyone listening, this could be a powerful surrogate healing for any of us, is that when we experience betrayal in our lives, we have to remember the first betrayal is to ourselves, where we don't remember that we come in as a soul having a human experience who is meant to remember the wisdom of the soul, and we are meant to have certain gifts in certain lifetimes that are activated and used. And there you go, your energy shifting some more. And I may start making some sounding here just to kind of sound out the pattern that you're releasing, which is you're releasing the pattern of being willing to betray your own knowing in order to participate in some sort of human experience. From now on, you know that you know that you know that you've got a gift, whether it's horse whispering or in one lifetime or whatever it happens to be in this time, how it displays. You are taking in the lesson into yourself that it's not worth it to let yourself be led astray. The only keen focus is your ability to know, trust, and act upon your... Oh, there you go. Your energy's moving a real lot. Very, very nice, Jean Marie. So let's see if we can finish this up on the air. And I'm hearing yes. So I'm going to bring in the violet flame, and I'm going to send you a blast of some twin ray Reiki. I have a lot of different Reiki abilities, and this one is called a twin ray. There you go. That's it. How do you feel now?
I feel really light. It feels
beautiful.
Really good.
Well, welcome back to your light body in your human body. Thank you for the call, Jean Marie.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jean Marie. And if you want to talk to Robin today or me, the toll-free number is 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Give us a call now. Get in the queue. And let's go to Cassandra from Los Angeles, who is looking for some healing today. Hi, Cassandra. Welcome to Mystic
Hello.
Radio. You're on with Robin and Bob.
Just wanted to, it's a new month, the first day of September, and I would love a clearing of any negative energy going into this new month.
Well, you seem to have quite a bit. There's some kind of a life form on your front porch, and it's lingering there. And I think we're going to start with that. So let me just talk to that entity. And this particular entity looks sad. It actually had been being hosted in someone who came to your door, and it's an entity that is taking accountability for ruining a relationship with a friend. So what can happen is in any relationship that we have, whether it's with a friend or our partners or whatever, we always have an etheric blueprint. And sometimes in that etheric blueprint, there can be entities that get in there and they can ruin a relationship. And someone came to your door who left a heartache of a entity that was in a relationship that doesn't need to be on your doorstep. So it definitely looks sad because I don't think it really knows where to go. So I'm just going to call forth whoever is the highest and holiest entity being that could come and take this thing away, and so it can move on to its next. Okay, it's telling me it's been there in a lot of different incarnations, and that even on the surface, Cassandra, this thing having a relationship with you and with this other person, on the surface might look like it's actually with someone else, but what we're seeing here, it's actually with you. And we're going back a lot of different lifetimes on this one. I'm getting, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. And I don't know how much further it's going to go, and I don't think that's the point. The point is that we want you to be able to step into a world where on this day forward, you create only relationships that have an etheric blueprint that carry the highest and holiest energies for you, that create the most benevolent outcomes in all ways. And if there are any entities that oversee that relationship, then they must have that knowledge base. They must understand that Cassandra doesn't want to waste her time in relationships with people that there's entities involved and gets things all messed up. Does that resonate to you, Cassandra?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm seeing is thousands of these different life forms of this particular entity I saw in your front stoop that have been hosting in a lot of your relationships in a lot of lifetimes, and they've caused you extraordinary grief and confusion. So let's just march all of them out. And some of them I'm taking out by the ear because they're not coming out nicely, and others are like crying because they realize that they want to evolve. There you go, the energy's moving now. What are you feeling, Cassandra?
Oh, yes, a beautiful clearing.
Okay, so let's bring this clearing past, present, parallel, future, throughout all time, space, and beyond, 7 generations back and 7 generations forward, in all of your Akashic records, but also any other records or realms of recordings of you with relationships. So say, for example, you even had a relationship with an angel. If at some point you needed to let that angel go and delegate it to bring you in another one that would help you, sometimes even if you have that going on, you can then get entities involved. So we want to stretch and expand this out so that any level of your being, there you go. Can you feel that clearing too?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I may start making other sounds because I'm hearing it in my head, and sometimes that's just enough to clear the energy frequency. There it goes. It's moving some more. Okay, now what's happening, Cassandra, is you're getting a lot of soul retrievals. Your energy was very fragmented, and it was in a lot of these different lifetimes where it was, in a sense, held hostage by the dysfunction of those blueprints of relationships that you had that had entities in them, and you weren't able to free yourself to bring yourself forward. So this is truly freedom with joy. Let's bring your energy in through. There you go. That's nice. Can you feel that?
Beautiful. Yes.
All right.
Beautiful.
Oh man, that was beautiful, beautiful. And you know what? I want some of that for me, baby, because I suspect I've had a few rounds with some entities. So let's just let's just bring it in as a surrogate healing for anyone who wants to say yes to that level of clearing. That's great, Cassandra. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you have a metaphysical question for Robin, or you want to talk to me and have any kind of a question for me in business or relationships, give us a call now. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. This is Mystic Radio, and we will be back after these messages.
Mystic medium and metaphysical mother Robin Alexis is once again inviting you to schedule your personal one-on-one phone sessions with her. Robin offers you her expertise with a psychology background and her acclaimed metaphysical skills. She's a Reiki master and has been in private practice assisting people to figure out their life concerns for over 30 years. Whether you've just heard about her or like thousands of others who've worked with her on Mystic Radio and in personal readings, you know a session with Robin Alexis can change your life. Robin has a profound skill set that includes past life readings and being a medium who speaks with family, friends, and pets who've transitioned. Robin is also an adept medical intuitive whose abilities range from being able to balance your chakras and energy systems to having a special gift of helping mothers to become pregnant when nothing else has worked. Mystic Robin Alexis can assist you to feel the power of your own mind, your own heart, and your own ability to create the life you deserve. Schedule your sessions with Robin now in the Mystic Store at RobinAlexis.com. That's RobinAlexis.com, or call 530-859-2499. That's 530-859-2499. Call, schedule your appointment, and change your life now.
When is the last time that you felt joy-filled and free in your own body, mind, and emotions? That energy of joy in you is what I assist you to reset and restore. I'm Joy Air, and my company is Freedom with Joy, and I sponsor Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. What is Freedom with Joy? I assist people to get rid of their baggage without having to analyze or relive it. It's just gone, and you get your life back. Joy is an energy, and everything in the world has energy. Our bodies are no exception. When you have emotional baggage from the past, it blocks you from living your full life of love and joy. I'm a certified practitioner of Dr. Bradley Nelson's energy healing modalities, the emotion code and the body code. This work quite often produces marvelous results and wonderful benefits, so you can be free to live in abundant health, love, and happiness. These tools are not meant to replace any medical treatment, but if your body or mind is feeling heavy instead of joy-filled, let me assist you to relieve your burdens and lighten your spirit. Openings for new clients are filling up, so grab this opportunity to schedule a session with me. Call now to schedule your appointment for a free discovery call. 360-582-6595. That's 360-582-6595. You too could experience freedom with joy.
Robin is offering a new service for clients, a Reiki Week with Robin Alexis. Having a Reiki Week with Robin is amazing. She takes you to places inside of yourself that you never knew existed. Whatever issues you might have, Robin is able to look at them from many perspectives, including the influence of your past lives, your higher purpose, your soul contracts, and your overall well-being. Robin works with her team of ascended masters, archangels, and spirit guides who will assist you as needed. Monday through Friday, Robin sends you remote Reiki for 1 hour each day. Then, via text, she sends you detailed and specific information about what she clairvoyantly saw during your private 1 hour session that day. Robin's Reiki Week can transform your life and help you to open up to your truth, your love, and give you a higher perspective. Schedule your Reiki Week with Robin Alexis now. Call Bob at 530-859-2499. That's 530-859-2499 to schedule now.
I am Robin Alexis. I write books because I am so concerned about what is going on in the world today. I cannot stay idle and do nothing while children are being murdered in their schools and homes. I feel each of us can make a difference by choosing love as the energy behind our everyday decisions. When 51% of an energy goes in one direction, the other 49% has to follow. I've written 3 books: Spirit Lady, The Gift of Robin Song, Raising Humanity, Why We All Must Remember, and the book for everybody, Donkeys, Humans, Butterflies, and Guns. Choose love, and please read my books. You matter more than you realize. Go to Amazon.com and search Robin Alexis to find these books. And thank you so much for choosing love.
Alternative Talk 1150, the talk of the sound.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from mystical Mount Shasta, California. If it's Friday or Sunday, it is Mystic Radio.
I really enjoy giving readings, so if you'd like one with me privately, you can call Bob at 530-859-2499.
And Robin's voice is a little scratchy, so you can visit robinalexis.com and book your private session, private one-on-one session in the Mystic Store. Now, while on Robin's website, robinalexis.com, you're invited to listen to the archives of Mystic Radio on our YouTube channel and receive free Reiki healings and discover the tantalizing information in Robin's blogs. Now, if you have a metaphysical question for Robin or a life question for me, the toll-free number is 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. As soon as somebody hangs up, give us a call and talk to us. And we are going to go to Leslie from Southern California, where I lived many, many, many years. Hi, Leslie. Welcome to Mystic Radio. We're here to serve you. Hi. How can we serve you today?
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm requesting a healing. I'm interested in clearing karma from past life that's blocking and causing limitations in my professional and personal goals.
Yeah, you definitely got some things going on there. I'm glad you called in. Okay, so let's see how... Okay, so we are also finding a karmic pattern, but your karmic patterns are intertwined or sort of piggybacked on other karmic patterns. So I'd like to go to the place where the original one happened. Okay, so this way you're going with your higher self and the overletting diva of your Akashic records with me to the karmic boardroom. You're entering into the room and you're being seated. And we're going to ask Archangel Michael to bring in whoever it was that you started this career issue with, let's say. And here comes a guy. He's he looks like a cowboy and then some. I can hear his his boots clanging and everything. And he's sitting down across the table from you. And in this image, you flip back to looking like a little boy. I would say maybe 12. You've got blonde hair, blue eyes, very feminine looking actually. And I think initially in this particular lifetime, this robust cowboy dude, I think he thought you were a little girl, even though you were a little boy, and he approached you inappropriately in a way that we know sometimes can happen to little girls. little boys too, but in this case, he was approaching you thinking you were a little girl. Well, you had been trained to protect yourself. You are whipping out a knife out of the side of your left boot, and you're holding it like right up to the guy's throat, and with your other hand, you're like pinching his throat the way that, some people are trained in martial arts. Like if you just moved your fingers a little bit, you'd probably choke him to death. And so you had him in that lock, and you had the knife up to him, and his eyes got really big, and he realized that you meant business. And he did back off at that point. And then he said he was impressed and he wanted to hire you. And unfortunately for you, you took your skill set of being able to protect yourself, and you got seduced by this guy, and you went off and you were participating in some things that were not moral, let's put it that way. And so, there you go. Your energy's starting to clear. Can you feel it starting to unravel? Okay, so that, as we know, once we do sort of one crime, if you will, it can piggyback on the other. So you get a whole bunch of lifetimes here. We're just going to call for them to be released, wiped off clean, sent back to source, null and void of all information, instructing all beings of universal law, and calling upon higher consciousness to send forgiveness now. Now, in addition to that, what I want to do is look at your preconception records with this man that was brought into the karmic boardroom and find out, did you actually have a soul agreement that you were going to have that experience? And I'm getting a yes. So you were meant to have the experience of, being able to stand up for yourself, because that's one of the 12 opposite laws of the mystery school. At some point, it's kill or be killed. And you have to understand that if you do move into that, sometimes you're just killing off an energy or a pattern or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to kill a person. But when it gets to that state where you're testing it, you also always want to be in alignment with your higher self. So in this case, you were meant to have the experience to stand up to that person as part of your soul training. But now let's look to see, were you meant to go off with him? I actually get a yes on that too. So even though you ended up creating karma from this situation, you were meant to learn not to do that in that one lifetime, but you didn't, so that you kept repeating it in lifetime after lifetime. And that's why it's unfurling the way that it is. But there you go. How do you feel now?
Well, I had a little shift in my sacral area, yeah.
Good. So as this continues to be released, I would use the Violet Flame Reiki Healing Portal on my website, and I would use it for about 3 days. And on the 4th day, just really sit quietly with yourself and make peace with yourself that you now know that you can trust yourself to be highly skilled at something, and that you will take action with that skill in a way that is very benevolent. And so you can give yourself permission to be as abundant as you want through your skill set, because you can trust yourself to use it according to your own divinity. Okay?
Okay.
All righty.
Okay.
How you doing there, Leslie? That was pretty big, wasn't it?
That was very, very interesting. Thank you so much. I'm
you're very,
glad
very welcome.
My guides have brought me to your radio show. Thank you so much.
Well, we're thrilled about that. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie. We're going to go to Lillian from Kansas with us. Hi, Lillian. Welcome to Mystic Radio. What's your question for Robin or myself?
Oh, hi, Bob and Robin. I'm requesting just a good old-fashioned clearing, a cleansing of my energy, my aura. I've been working through some betrayal issues and just feel so discombobulated and just, unmoored.
Yeah, okay. So, we talked a bit earlier about where this betrayal originally begins. It begins with us betraying our own knowing and our own relationship to our own divinity. So for you, what I'm actually seeing is it's a trust issue presenting. And in particular, I'm looking at your divine body, which is within the aura. It's one of the 7 subtle bodies. And you've got some dark energy in your divine body. And I don't recall ever seeing that before. let's just call in some angels who know how to clear the divine body. Okay, so here's some places where you lost your faith in what some people call God. Let's just say for our conversation, God is love. It's not a religion, it's not a creed, not a dogma, it's an energy. But in this situation, when you were connecting with God, you perceived God as someone that you had been taught if you performed certain acts or said certain things in a certain way or went to church every Sunday or whatever the rules were, if you didn't do them, then bad things would happen to you. But if you did what these different creeds or dogmas or religions or whatever told you to do, then you would be protected. And what you ended up discovering is that was a bunch of hooey, because it didn't work. But it wasn't meant for you to stop having a relationship with your own divine self or with the frequency of God is love. It was meant for you to recognize that some things that we are taught in human form, it can be an asset, or it can be something that we're looking at going, you know what, that just doesn't ring true. So you don't need to abandon your own divine body or your own divinity or your own relationship with God is love in order to, there you go. Can you feel your energy starting to shift?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ilakna leke ano yashantai nana ianana ianono iana ianono iana. So I'm seeing a lifetime where you are Native American and you were very deep into the practice of Native American, which in this particular tribe was very connected to Mother Earth. It was very, very benevolent.
Benevolent.
Thank you. And, oh Lordy, let me get focused. Something just pulled me off my frequency band of communication with this past life. Okay, and that's probably something that's messing up your field that's jumping into mine, because what I was about to tell you is that in that lifetime you were then, let's say, captured by the white people and then taught that everything you had been taught by your own people was evil and you had to follow the church. And as we know, there are many, many churches that have many, many different interpretations of what the church actually is. So in this particular church, I can see that you were a Native American boy. They cut off all your hair, which your hair was your connection to your divinity. I can see you on your knees on rice, which I take as quite uncomfortable. I've never, put my knees on rice before. And then there's a nun like hitting your hand with a ruler, just really shaming you. And so it just messed everything. There you go. Your energy's shifting some more. Can you feel yourself healing?
Yes, I feel myself connecting with that for sure.
Okay. So that little boy, I feel like if you could imagine that you're going back in time and just get him to look you in the eyes and say, sweetheart, we're not in that lifetime anymore. And we learned in that lifetime to follow what is our own truth and let all the trauma and the emotions around that go. And there he is. He's starting to hug you. And see if you can just walk him up through time. And then let's bathe him in the Venusian portal of unconditional love and true healing. And then let's have you walk him into your heart. There you go. That's it. Do not ever leave the teachings of your people. You were born into the race, into the species, into the lineage that you were for a great many teachings and lessons. Please, at this time, go back to the teachings of White Calf Buffalo Woman and remember who you are. Your connection to your divine self will be enhanced, and you will no longer be interrupted by the grief of being torn from that which was your truth in that lifetime. Ooh, that was strong. Oy. Okay, Lillian, thanks for calling into the show.
Thank you so much. That just is amazing, because I've been wanting to connect with Source and just feeling so frustrated. So it's spectacular. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you, Lillian. This is Mystic Radio, and we will be back after these messages.
What is an intuitive life coach? A professional who can help you access your intuition and use intuition to improve your life. Robin Alexis has been assisting people to know, trust, and act upon their own intuitive knowing for over 25 years. She's discovered that getting a past life reading is one of the best ways to connect with your own intuition. Why? Because intuition comes from the soul collective memory of all your past lives, not just what you experienced in one lifetime. Robin Alexis is one of the premier past life readers on the planet today. Set your goal now to let Robin Alexis read your past lives. It will enhance your intuitive knowing. Don't let another year go by that you ignore this gift from within yourself. Call Bob at 530-859-2499. That's 530-859-2499 to schedule or purchase your session in the Mystic Store at robinalexis.com. That's robinalexis.com. If your intuition is nudging you to schedule a past life reading with Robin Alexis, don't wait. Do it now.
When is the last time that you felt joy-filled and free in your own body, mind, and emotions? That energy of joy in you is what I assist you to reset and restore. I'm Joy Air, and my company is Freedom with Joy, and I sponsor Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. What is Freedom with Joy? I assist people to get rid of their baggage without having to analyze or relive it. It's just gone, and you get your life back. Joy is an energy, and everything in the world has energy. Our bodies are no exception. When you have emotional baggage from the past, it blocks you from living your full life of love and joy. I'm a certified practitioner of Dr. Bradley Nelson's energy healing modalities, the emotion code and the body code. This work quite often produces marvelous results and wonderful benefits, so you can be free to live in abundant health, love, and happiness. These tools are not meant to replace any medical treatment, but if your body or mind is feeling heavy instead of joy-filled, let me assist you to relieve your burdens and lighten your spirit. Openings for new clients are filling up, so grab this opportunity to schedule a session with me. Call now to schedule your appointment for a free discovery call. 360-582-6595. That's 360-582-6595. You too could experience freedom with joy.
Wanting to get wrapped up in a good book, but just don't have the time to sit down and enjoy reading? Robin Alexis now has her book, Spirit Lady, The Gift of Robin's Song, available as an audiobook. Listen along to Robin's extraordinary experiences that led her to become the metaphysical mother she is today. You can find Robin Alexis's book, Spirit Lady, The Gift of Robin's Song, on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes.
Bored with the other stations, hammering away on the same old talking points? Try Alternative Talk 1150 and get some variety.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from mystical Mount Shasta, California. If it's Friday or Sunday, it is Mystic Radio. And to schedule one-on-one sessions with Robin, you can call us at 530-859-2499 or visit robinalexis.com, and you can schedule you can pay for your private session there, and then I will call you to schedule your appointment, and that is on her website, robinalexis.com. Let's get back to our callers here, and we have got Karen from Bellingham, Washington. Hi, Karen. Welcome to Mystic Radio. What are your questions?
Hi, you all are wonderful. I am looking for a metaphysical answer. My birthday is today, and I just wanted to...
happy birthday.
Thank you.
And what were you looking? Happy birthday! And what are you looking for your birthday?
Some clarity. I've gone through a lot of clearing, so I related to a lot of the previous callers. So I'm just trying to figure out now just where I stand with all that I've moved through.
Okay, so I just love that you've called in on your birthday, because the way that I see the world is that on our birthdays, annually, we receive a new download of energy and energetics and information that we need for the upcoming year. And so I can see that the clarity package that wants to come through for you, as it's coming through your upper dimensional grids and upper chakras and attempting to move through your crown down to your Earth Star chakra, which is about 16 inches below your feet. There's some disruption. There's something in there. You said you've done a lot of clearing. I'm still finding something that needs to be, oh, there it goes. It's starting to move out already. So these are vibrational energy packages of information that are dropping like codes down into that earth star chakra. And that is where we receive the information that tells us what we need to do in any given nanosecond to keep us in alignment with our highest and holiest energy transmissions to create the most benevolent outcomes in all ways. What I'm seeing with you is that you have a propensity to concern yourself with what could happen in the future. And what we want to do is bring in the energy in a nice, clear way and get it nice and grounded in your system so that you're not giving your power away to the future, but rather keeping your energy in the moment, tightened up with this clarity so that you can then create the future that is your highest and holy. There you go. Your energy's starting to move now. Tell me what you're feeling, if anything.
I'm hanging on every word.
Okay. But what are you feeling?
I feel my feet.
Good. Perfect. That's awesome. All the nerve endings go to the feet, so let's get your nervous system to adapt through what's called a metamorphosis technique. You're going to receive from the Earth Star Chakra up through the bottoms of your feet the new energy systems. There you go, right there. It's coming up the feet. It's going up behind your calves where we hold our trusting of the universe. So you want to fertilize that spot so that you're really feeling that trust with the universe. That there you go, that's good. Okay, now I'm coming up to your knees where we want to have flexibility so that you can have the energy. It's almost like a disco ball. I call that the homing beacon, where it sort of sparkles and moves and dances however you need to go in order for your energy to surf where you're supposed to be going and experiencing and all that sort of thing. And you're actually pretty rigid in those knees. So we're going to stop a moment here and see if, okay, that's a past life issue presenting. Yeah, you've had your knees whacked with a baseball bat or two in some past lives. So let's clear that energy trauma and just let your body know that it doesn't need to remember that. You don't need to bleed through memory of that. Just whatever you learned in that lifetime, let's bring that. There you go. That's better. Now moving up to the thighs. The front of the thighs is where we hold our relationship to our fathers. And so let's smooth that out. You've got some karma with your father in this lifetime and others. And let's just call in the violet flame there. I'd suggest that you use the violet flame Reiki healing portal on my website to relax that frequency. And then I'm going into the groin area, and we're going to clear some more energy out there. And then we're already, oh, there you go. Now you're starting to open up. Can you feel that more in your body now?
Yes.
Okay. That is your birthday blessing, girlfriend. Thank you for the call.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
To you.
Thanks for the call. We're going to go to Rocio from Seattle, who wants some answers to some questions here. Hi, Rocio. Welcome to Mystic Radio. You're on with Robin and Bob. Some answers. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Rocio. You're on the radio with Robin and Bob.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call. I have two men in my life, my brother and my husband. One chronically financial struggles because he's in a difficult situation. The other one has difficulties dealing with.
Do you think you need a curse broken or something?
Say that again?
Do you feel that you need to have a curse broken?
Oh, I never thought about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling is going on here with what you're energetically communicating to me about the family issue with your brother and husband. So let's just raise them up into their higher selves. Oh, yeah, they got a lot going on here. A lot of past life issues in here. And they're very bound. So they actually have very similar energy, almost like a twin flame vibration. It's so similar. And so let's just see if we can, I'm going to raise them up a little bit higher and just see if we can call in the purity flame and the violet flame Actually, I'm going to call him the ruby red ray. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this curse was on a bloodline. And so even if the bloodline mixed in this lifetime or in others, we need to clear the curse on the blood. There it goes. It's starting to clear out on the bloodline. So with the authority of love, let's call forth for all curses, hexes, spells, hoaxes, and any other energy known or unknown that is out of alignment with her brother and her husband. Please release them and send them back to source, null and void of all information, instructing those beings of universal law and calling upon higher consciousness to send forgiveness. We ask for the epigenetics to be cleansed, purified, blessed, and healed, and reinstate this bloodline to its holy lineage, bringing in that, there it goes, it's moving. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting visions of some hardcore witches and covens, and, you know, they tend to be very powerful, and they shouldn't be dismissed because we need to respect that they know what they're doing, and you don't want to aggravate those folks. And so, in this case, it appears that they've gotten in the crosshairs of some, in more than one lifetime. So there's more than one curse in here I'm tracking. Looks like there's 7 different curses, and they were, like I said, on. There it goes. The energy's clearing now. That's much better. Bob, would you mind doing the gong for 5 more times, please? There we go. And I just want to send this energy back to the higher selves of anyone who did these things for their own soul growth. There we go. That's much, much better. Thank you so much for calling into the show, and I look forward to hearing from you again to hear that things straightened out, or if they didn't, I want to get in there and dig around some more. Thank you for your call.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rocio. And we're going to go to Monterey. I believe that's Monterey, California. We've got Ella, who wants some healing on Mystic Radio. Hi, Ella. Welcome to Mystic Radio. You're on with Bob and Robin.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is like I've called a couple of times before. The lady that has gone through domestic violence issues and really the justice system used against her or myself. And I really want to turn things around, and I don't know if you could guide me or help me. I want peace in my life and be able to protect my kids.
Well, you look like you've come a long way since the last time you called into the show. So even though you may not be experiencing it yet, I'm definitely seeing how much improvement that you have made. What I'm seeing right now is you have some sort of emotional frequency that's moving counterclockwise around you, and that is holding you binded. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk to that frequency of the emotion and ask it if it's yours, someone else's, or a combination. And I do get that it's yours, so let me ask it if it thinks it's helping you somehow. And it's saying yes and no. So it has so this vibration that I'm seeing that's going around you, the part of it that's serving her in the best way, please remain. But the part that isn't serving her in the best way, could you please separate yourself out so we can talk to you and deal. Okay, this is the part of you that would say like, oh, well, is this my fault? Maybe if I tried one more time, or I should do it for the kids, or I don't have enough money to leave, or whatever the storyline is, that part of you, we need to honor her because she was and is doing the best she can to try to take in information both intuitively and common sense wise in the world that we live in and go, oh my gosh, how do I navigate this kind of practical mysticism of getting out of this situation? So we don't want to ridicule this part of you. What we want to do is honor her, that she's, trying to think herself out of the situation. And what I'd like her to do is take the hand of, there's an angelic guide right there, and let her, now she's giving both of her hands to the angel, because this part of you has been trying to figure it out on her own. And what we needed her to do was to delegate how it was going to get fixed to an angel or beings who could assist her. There you go. Can you feel the shift in your energy or not?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so don't ridicule that part of you. If you ever find that part coming up consciously or unconsciously, you want to give her compassion and respect because she did the best she could with what she had to work with, but always remind her that we are here to delegate some of the things that we see. Some of us chose to be souls who came in human form to see what was wrong, but that doesn't mean we have to fix what we see that is wrong. We need to delegate to whatever or whomever to get the energies lifted into a higher octave. Thank you so much for calling into the show.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This is Mystic Radio. Let's go to break, and we'll be back after this break.
Mystic medium and metaphysical mother Robin Alexis is once again inviting you to schedule your personal one-on-one phone sessions with her. Robin offers you her expertise with a psychology background and her acclaimed metaphysical skills. She's a Reiki master and has been in private practice assisting people to figure out their life concerns for over 30 years. Whether you've just heard about her or like thousands of others who've worked with her on Mystic Radio and in personal readings, you know a session with Robin Alexis can change your life. Robin has a profound skill set that includes past life readings and being a medium who speaks with family, friends, and pets who've transitioned. Robin is also an adept medical intuitive whose abilities range from being able to balance your chakras and energy systems to having a special gift of helping mothers to become pregnant when nothing else has worked. Mystic Robin Alexis can assist you to feel the power of your own mind, your own heart, and your own ability to create the life you deserve. Schedule your sessions with Robin now in the Mystic Store at RobinAlexis.com. That's RobinAlexis.com or call 530-859-2499. That's 530-859-2499. Call, schedule your appointment, and change your life now.
When is the last time that you felt joy-filled and free in your own body, mind, and emotions? That energy of joy in you is what I assist you to reset and restore. I'm Joy Air, and my company is Freedom with Joy, and I sponsor Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. What is Freedom with Joy? I assist people to get rid of their baggage without having to analyze or relive it. It's just gone, and you get your life back. Joy is an energy, and everything in the world has energy. Our bodies are no exception. When you have emotional baggage from the past, it blocks you from living your full life of love and joy. I'm a certified practitioner of Dr. Bradley Nelson's energy healing modalities, the emotion code, and the body code. This work quite often produces marvelous results and wonderful benefits, so you can be free to live in abundant health, love, and happiness. These tools are not meant to replace any medical treatment, but if your body or mind is feeling heavy instead of joy-filled, let me assist you to relieve your burdens and lighten your spirit. Openings for new clients are filling up, so grab this opportunity to schedule a session with me. Call now to schedule your appointment for a free discovery call. 360-582-6595. That's 360-582-6595. You too could experience freedom with joy.
Audiobooks are a great way for us to take along our favorite stories as we go about our busy lives. And now you can download Robin Alexis's latest audiobook, Spirit Lady, The Gift of Robin Song, and hear about Robin's struggle to trust her own soul's wisdom and let it inspire you to do the same. Go to Amazon, Audible, or iTunes and download Spirit Lady, The Gift of Robin Song today.
Alternative Talk 1150, local talk for the body, mind, and soul.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from mystical Mount Shasta, California. If it's Friday or Sunday, it is Mystic Radio. And to schedule private one-on-one sessions with Robin or myself, you can call us at 530-859-2499 or check out the Mystic Store on our website, RobinAlexis.com, and follow Robin on Facebook at Robin Alexis.
And I want to thank Archangel Michael for being with us on the show today. Thank you for for all the doors you open for all of us on the air, and we are going to go through them.
And we want to thank all our wonderful callers today. You make the show what it is, and thank Nathan back in the studio for flying this bus for us here today at Mystic Radio from mystical Mount Shasta. Again, we will see you right here next week. Mystic Radio airs Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And, wow, what a good show, huh? We had beautiful callers today, and Robin, you did a fabulous job, as you always do.
Well, I want to thank all the people who helped my voice last.
Okay, well, your voice sounds like it's scratching out a little bit. We are now closing this sacred hour of healing on Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis today. And Mystic Radio has been brought to you by Freedom with Joy. This is Mystic Radio.